Hey guys, Ian Preston here on my second channel, Ian Preston Reviews. I think it would make sense to put it out here because I'm explaining something, but plus I haven't posted much on my second channel very much, but this may be a little sad for me to explain, but it's an event that happened like 22 years now. Um, People do this here and there and explain this here and there. I know I had a favorite YouTuber, Mr. Super Mario Josh, that explained this. Welcome back to this is an explaining that it happened, and I would have been like 1.5 years old when it happened. Um, I was being babysat. Um, Today marks 22 years of September 11th attacks, and you can hear my cat in the background or something. But anyway, I won't get. I don't know if I'll get too emotional, but it all started like it happened like it caused the end of the two towers to collapse to the ground. And first one small plane, American Airlines Flight 11, um I think it was leaving from Boston to Los Angeles. It looked like it hit the north tower of the World Trade Center in New York City. And then a couple minutes later, people were thinking, wow, that was a weird accident. They're probably like, I guess we'll just keep everybody posted. It ended up everyone in the country, I think, was watching the TV when 9/11 was happening in the morning. And then eventually a second plane goes, a huge one, United Airlines flight 375, I can't remember, but it went crashing into the south tower of the World Trade Center. And they're like, okay, that was definitely on purpose. That wasn't an accident. That was no accident. That was on purpose. And then a couple, they so technically all the planes are like, I guess all of them who weren't hijacked had to like land or something immediately, and they had to shut down the planes and the trains for a while. The airports were closed, train stations were closed, and then the next thing you know, we had like and the next thing you know, a third plane goes crashing into the Pentagon, the west side of the Pentagon, in Arlington, Virginia. It's outside of Washington D.C. Um, American Airlines flight 77, I think. I can't remember, but Pentagon was already evacuated, but it evacuated even more once it got hit. But then, yeah, the White House was going to have a party that day, I heard. But eventually, when they learned about the towers getting hit, they decided to cancel it, and the White House was evacuated. And then they had to evacuate even more when they learned the Pentagon just got hit, and they think they would be the next target. So yeah, they were ordering everybody to evacuate. But anyway, it's very sad. And that the last one, the United Airlines Flight 93, it was headed for San Francisco. I don't remember where it was coming from, but but eventually the passengers aboard that, or it was probably going to either hit the White House or the US Capitol, I can't remember, but the um the the passengers aboard said let's move or something, or let's roll or something. As they're saying, here's what they did: they managed to fight back against the hijackers, and they managed to fight them good, and they managed to the plane ended up crashing into a field outside of Shanksville, Pennsylvania. So yeah, and eventually before that crashed, the south tower collapsed to the ground. Then the north tower collapsed, leaving everybody in panic. When it felt like a scene in the movie. But yeah, it was on a Tuesday, September 11th, 2001, and there's some audio recordings of some things, and audio recordings of the people calling their loved ones or something, if they were either on the plane or if they were stuck in the towers, or if they weren't able to get off because the elevators were just were like turned off. And there were some survivors, there weren't some survivors. George W. Bush was our president then, and I remember my dad told me he was looking in my room. I was in my crib that night. He was making sure I was okay because he was afraid, like, what are these people gonna do next to us? Like, they didn't. What kind of world are we gonna live in now? Someone thought it was a new type of war. That's what it is, or something. Yeah, but now there's a museum in New York City about it, and yes, um, drop a like if you if you think this is very sad, and if you think this is the most, people say it's the most tragic moment ever in American history and the most worst attack in our country ever. And please drop a like if you think this is very sad, and drop a like if you had friends or family that died in this. Those of you who are watching this out there who have lost family that day and who have lost friends or loved ones that day, I just want to say I'm truly sorry for you. And I will send you my prayers tonight to you. I send my prayers and I ask all of you to pray for people who have lost special ones, loved ones on 9/11 and all. But they did find the person who was responsible for it and killed him. It was President Barack Obama, and I think they found someone else too recently or last year who was a part of it, and he's not around anymore. But other than that, not only that, there were famous people who almost encountered death on that day. Like, I can mention too, like Seth MacFarlane was gonna board flight 11, but he got drunk the night before and overslept and didn't get there in time and missed the flight. And Mark Wahlberg canceled his flight, which was smart. I'm sure they talked about it together because they worked on two movies together. Like, I think it was the Ted films, yeah, Ted 1 and 2. But other than that, Mark Wahlberg went out to Canada instead. Well, I'm happy he decided to cancel that flight because that decision saved his life. And Ian almost died that day too. Ian Thorpe. I mean, he was gonna go to the trade center, but when he got back to his hotel, I mean, noticed the planes hit. He saw it on TV. But other than that, those of you who lost people that day, family, friends, or something out there, I if you're watching this, I will send you some prayers, and I offer you my condolences, and I pray that the Lord continues to keep you strong and to keep moving forward, and that He'll always be with you. And and George W. Bush even mentioned this in his speech that night. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. It is a psalm. I can't remember which psalm it was, but yeah. And forgive me if I screwed up the names of the flights that crashed. But other than that, I send you guys my prayers and offer you my condolences. Anyway, you can hear my cat in the background, but other than that, thank you guys for watching this. This is on Ian Preston Reviews. If you guys are new to this channel, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, check out my first channel. Link will be in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video. And may God bless everybody, and, which is the whole world. Thank you. Peace out. I love you all.